going into the next 2, maybe 3 rounds to get that early advantage, and it's just been such a big card to have in your pocket when you have an extra 4 rounds so early in the match.
Maybe we don't need to play the rest of the match. We just play a bunch of pistol rounds, decide things quick, we all go to Comic-Con.
Yeah.
That's kidding, because we want to see how these all play out. And how it's playing out is that SWAS is picking up the first frag already here in this one. So nice little start there for Team Mug as they are starting eco here.
I like this by Boy. This is really smart, throwing the guns back to a safer spot, making sure they can't get them. Really, really smart to eco denial, but nice pick by SWAS still. You know, that's one of the big benefits of Chamber is that he is an absolute eco demon. He's got a Guardian in his pocket and it 150 per bullet. And there we saw it. Just gets one little head top and puts his team up for the rest of the round. Now we see Lotus be going back to playing more slowly, not wanting to give anything more up. Already down in a 4 versus 5.
Yeah, and we saw it in the first map where actually when Lotus 8 played a little slower, it seemed to work out pretty darn well for them. So we'll see if that continues to be a trend as we get through this Best of 5 series. There's tons of adaptations that can happen back and forth, and maybe Lotus 8 in the break talked about, let's just play things calm, because that, again, takes the crowd a little bit out of it, and then potentially allows them to kind of like do their thing without
30 seconds left.
Really emotional in there when you play at a faster pace.
Yeah. Only 30 seconds left now for Lotus 8. Gonna have to make a move. The hit is gonna be A, but Team Mug knows this. They've got 3 people on site now. They do have the sheriffs, and they're finding their mark. Gets 1. Now it's gonna get played back 3 versus 3 for Lotus 8. They're gonna get the plant down, it looks like, just barely.
10 seconds left.
Yep, it's now gonna be a 2 versus 3. Chamber and Twist alive, gonna do their best.
Yeah, and as you said, having the Guardian in your pocket, I'm not sure if there's any Headhunter bullets left in SWAS's arsenal. We'll definitely see here if they can get 1 frag. At least it's still a good eco round for them.
Yeah, looking for that potential there. Ricky will grab 1 more. That'll leave SWAS by themselves. Who's trying to find 1 more with the Headhunter. Won't be able to do that. Broskill finishing off the round. Great start for Lotus 8, especially after losing the first map.
Yeah, that was a little bit, started off the round a little bit shoddy by giving up the pick, but really well disciplined, well job staying in control, just saying, you know what, back up. We still have the gun rotate.
Hey!
LH! We still have the rotations, and yeah, smart play, making that guy proud, hopefully, and LA gets another round.
And one thing I like, maybe I overlook into this, but when we ever look at the player cams, whenever we look at Team Mug, they're out smiling, they're having a great time. Lotus 8 though is like they're focused. Yeah. They're gamers. They're locked into their screens and ready to go. It's like it's also cool to just see the kind of different approach to high level play. Whether you should be really loose or you should be fast, like Ricky is right there, picking up another frag, gets traded right back immediately by Quiz.
Yep, 4 versus 4 now as aggressive A main util as per normal on this map. This Issa, now he has a very aggressive angle. He's taking so much space up A main. They should know that they're on the rotate now. Does look like it's going to be closer towards the B hit as the Vipers hit does come down for the sneak. Excuse me. Oh, but he jiggle peeks it and jiggles it wrong. Gets taken down. That puts Lotus all in the man advantage, and the site execute begins.
Nice shooting there from both these teams. Really good. Put the even numbers back into them. But Polano gets flashed out. Issa with the spray transfer. Pulls out the showstopper looking for 1 more.
That's his teammate, not the one he wanted.
Yeah,
but they win the round anyway.
Oops.
Hey, I did. It's Omen. He's like darkness, and maybe he's evil. I don't know. That was maybe what happened here. They had a little bit of miscommunication, but in any case, it is Team Mug taking round 3. Not as many guns kept as you would want, but even still, now should be a full buy from Lotus 8. This is the real first round, real first guns for both teams.
Yeah, there we go. And the noisemakers coming out for the crowds now. They're getting into this one too for sure. So yeah, that last one, you just want to delete off your highlight reel. You just want to pretend that never even happened.
We're gonna pretend the Omen TP'd in. It wasn't Isa's fault. Omen, the terrible TP.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but again, like you said, first round win there for Team Mug, big one. This is the first kind of like real round. Both teams, full rifles, could be huge, especially again, Lotus 8 losing the first map, a little bit behind it in this one. This is their map pick. They gotta come out strong and fast.
Yeah, you see now, it looks like it's a little bit of C pressure, but they are going to back out after hearing the chamber, not wanting to tango too much. I like this by Lotus 8, though. You're just probing around, forcing out util. They've already got quite a bit. Raze had to blast pack up, the chamber DP as well. They're just getting as much as they can to make this site execute easier. I'm liking this a lot more disciplined style from Lotus, especially on this map of all places. It's seems to be really working out. We'll have to see as it goes forward if Mug can adapt, maybe play more aggressive, but so far Lotus 8 in complete control, both physically and mentally.
Here they come here, trying to get onto this site now as they begin to execute. Swass trying to deal with it, backing off here, trying to get themselves in a better position currently while the rest of Lotus 8 are pushing up towards the C site. Here's Swass now, trying to find a target. Will get that one. Big play by Furlano as they continue this plan.
We saw there Swass wasn't able to get his TP in the right spot and promptly punished. Now and traded back, unfortunately, and once again traded 3 versus 3 or 3 versus 4 now. As Killjoy is able to get another pick.
Each coming in this one. Let's tune into Wavy here. He's looking around the corner as well as Issa. Trying to find a target. Lotus 8 in great post-plant positioning. Issa has to do something aggressive. It does something great there. Looking for another one with the grenade. He's gonna be able to pull that one off. Issa coming in clutch right now. But eventually gets taken down. Lotus 8 will take up another round.
That was still a fantastic round by Issa to isolate both the 1v1s with the State. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get it. Faye took a smart route around and was able to wrap him, but well played still, and well played by Issa, but not enough for heroics to win against Lotus 8. They're looking very comfortable on this map so far.
Yeah, noticing why Pookie might have banned this map away yesterday. Maybe they've had experience on it before. But yeah, Lotus 8 is very strong on a map that we haven't seen much of, and it's really good to see the momentum switching up a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. They continue to get through in this one again, and it's interesting because like it just seems such a different style the way they play this map. Ooh, nice shot coming there from Swass. But like, yeah, they seem to play this really calm and really slow. They just kind of pretty default heavy, at least so far. And again, basically the exact opposite of how they play Ascent.
Yeah.
But like, it's cool to see a team that just has these different kind of strategies, and they can give you different looks and just like constantly play a different mind game of like, you don't even feel like you're playing against the same team sometimes, depending on the map.
Yeah. For sure. I'm also really I'm liking how like Lotus beat, unfortunately consistently they're giving up the first kill, but that's not stopping them from getting on site just because their rotation and their usage has been so good. And we see now Team Mug flanking a little bit. This is what I want to see. Team Mug needs to make some adaptations. I think they need to play a little bit faster. Team Mug so far has been playing so reactive. It's only been rotating the sites. There hasn't been any aggressive plays, haven't even been any plays in general, so to say. So we'll have to see if Mug now is able to get to the adaptation. This round we see now they do have the flank coming up. They are on their sheriffs on the flank, so not ideal, but definitely doable.
You should run.
Want to get Spicy getting down here as the execute onto this A site begins. Door opens. Issa's right there, spraying, trying to make something happen here. Eventually gets taken down by Brosicles though.
I'm pretty sure you got the KJ Toro with the nade just over. It's 4 versus 3 now on the retake. 2 versus 3. Not a lot of time left for Lotus 8. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Team Mug just has to stay alive, and stay alive they will. Calm and collected is good for Lotus, but you have to actually pull the trigger when the moment counts. There was too much util to stall for Mug, and that was actually their save round as well. They were able to pull out a Thrifty.
Yeah, pulling in a Thrifty. I think that might be the first one of the day, if I'm not mistaken. At least for Team Mug it is.
Right.
Important to note that Lotus 8 is still bringing an Odin into the next round, and I'm wondering what kind of lineups they have through the wall for those those Odin techs.
There is actually that's interesting about Ascent, about Lotus. Is not a lot of people know this map does have some Ascent like walls, especially on the A site. You see where Tree completely spammable. All of A main is almost completely spammable with the Odin. So yeah, Ricky here hoping to put it to good use. It's definitely an underrated part of this map that not a lot of people really focus and excel at. So Ricky must have something up his sleeve if he's planning to use this to its full effect.
I think at this point we've seen Ricky use every gun in the game. Like
yeah.
All weekend, whether they're up in, whether they're doing crazy stuff with judges, whether they just like are able to use every gun in the game.
Yeah, he's a master of every weapon. He doesn't mean characters, he means weapons.
Yeah.
He means all of them.
It's all of them. kind of nutty just to see Ricky pulling out another different way to play. And probably because it just makes it more fun for Ricky potentially out there, right? Like you don't always want to be doing the same thing. Ricky showing some mastery there. Wisp showing some mastery. Sometimes it's just good to be good with a Vandal, though.
Yeah. Sometimes it turns out Vandal, pretty good gun.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
You haven't played Valorant. Pretty good.
No, I think that's one of my favorite things about Ricky though. And as he gets taken out, a lot of people really underestimate just being able to like mix something up as an advantage. You know,
30
like
seconds left.
a lot of the time in Valorant, people get so focused on aim and just precise gunplay that we forget that there's a human element to it. And sometimes you just need to mix it up to get the other person off guard. You know, to use a fighting game analogy, sometimes you just have to make a hard read. You have to predict the parry and just go for it hard. The strategy.
Wavy with a hard read. Big 3K. Flawless round for Team Mug.
Oh,
Those are the type of critical plays that Wavy always pulls through on. You see, when they're down in situations like these, or even if it's an even game, it just seems that Wavy pulls a 3K out of thin air at some points, and all of a sudden, Team Mug is really close in this game that Lotus 8 was starting to pull away in.
Not gonna lie, Rylan, I barely heard what you said because the crowd is getting into it. And every time someone like Wavy pulls out something clutch, the crowd gets into it and makes this whole thing. It really gives Team Mug a lot of momentum. And right now, we're tied 3-3.
yeah, 3-3, but Team Mug will have the buy advantage this round. Lotus 8 forced onto the Sheriffs, and Issa, now with the Showstopper, has the same aggressive angle he always has, waiting for the flash. So looking for it. Not able to find it, and it looks like, he is just gonna back up. Great, another really well-disciplined play by Lotus 8, by Mug, not giving them guns. There is gonna be one traded back by Ricky on the other side of the map.
And eventually, Ricky goes down to Nayar there as we continue to watch Swass holding their angle. 4-3 advantage right now for Team Mug in a couple rounds in a row that they've put together. Again, Lotus 8's map pick, and Team Mug seem to have finally made some adjustments here.
Yeah, I'm liking the adaptation by Team Mug so far. I'm not seeing the difference in gameplay myself, but it just might simply be as holding slightly different angles, playing with slightly different timing. Sometimes, to go back to the fighting game analogy, the mix-up is just pressing the button like 2 frames later, and that's enough. And there, Lotus 8 is going to be able to get a pick. Oh, but Twist going for something spicy.
30 seconds left.
Not going to find it out. The 2 versus 3 retake for Team Mug.
Spike play.
Lotto pulling off a clutch play there to put down the plant, but Wavy comes in here to answer once again and is able to get around the corner too as well, so that frag doesn't get traded right back. So we're sitting at a 2v2 while this spike is taken away, and Swass steps up into it and takes him down. Big play from Swass.
Really well played now in a 2 versus 1 situation. He's gonna do what he can. But
Wavy.
the swing and counter swing from Wavy and Swass is gonna be able to take it out. That's another clean round for Mug.
Yeah, and another critical round from Wavy again, waving goodbye to the enemies as they're defusing the spike and taking their first lead of the map. If Mug can take this off of Lotus 8 and put it on championship point on their own map pick, that is going to be very, very difficult for Lotus 8 to get back into the series.
Yeah, it kind of feels like almost an all your eggs in one basket kind of thing here. When you have this map pick, if you're able to steal this, well, you see it in like traditional sports with like home field or home ice advantage. When you take that away in a best of series, it can just be murder for one team. But what we've seen all weekend long is like whenever Lotus 8 is a little bit behind the 8 ball, they find a way to get themselves back into it and find a way to clutch up. So they're going to need that once again if they want to continue and play well in the match.
I cannot. I'm loving Issa so much right now. We've seen him so consistently blast packing out A main, taking so much space, but we also see him that he recognizes when there's too many players when he can't take the 2v2 with his sky and backing up. Issa's been playing so disciplined this game, and I believe they've won 3 rounds, of which he got a pick and backed up and saved for free. And that just shows how good, and how much value you'll get just by staying alive. It's now Nayar and Issa just on site by themselves.
Here.
Lotus 8 looking out, looking to take some pressure A main, but not finding anything just yet. Content to take space and default for the most part. Just as I say that, the fade out comes out and they're running onto site.
Yeah, they're going to want to get this on. Now we finally get our first frag of this round. It's Void able to pick that up, but here's Swass hiding out in the smoke, looking to push forward. Here's Void now picking up another one. Couple of frags coming for Void as they got this plant down onto this A site. Wavy gonna make something get done, but they're seeing their teammates getting taken out left and right so far. Quist looking through here with this off, potentially thinking about saving it already. But here's Wavy making things happen, picking up another target, shooting through that Viper's pit.
Toxins going up.
It looks like they're going to be content with this game going to 4-4, and they're going to save a couple rifles.
Yeah, well, I don't hate to say it. You know, there was the Viper ult to contend with, so very difficult for them to fight there. Just opting to save. Not a terrible play, though. They'll have the eco to full by next round as a result. So nice round by Lotus. We noticed that that time they just, you know, the hard execute functioned a lot better than the defaulting they've been doing the past few rounds. So, you know, I like that. You know, what we've been doing hasn't been working. Let's just swap it up a little bit.
Yeah, like again, consistently, I think the best thing Lotus 8 has done all weekend long is just having different strategies, having different change-ups. You see it almost like in individual play, people trying different guns and trying things out, and everyone doing a little bit of different strategy, putting that together as a team. You know this Lotus 8 team practice a lot of different things, and it works out real well for them.
Yeah, it worked out well. Now we see Issa taking the space. He's going to get snake shit out. Always going to come down. He's going to look to fight. Oh, but Ricky's just so aggressive. Ricky has so much faith that his team does not even look at Issa. Goes and guns straight for the sky on the dog. And trusts his team, and his team rewards him now. It's 5-2 for Team Mug, and Team Mug might even have to look at a save again. Yeah, Twist is going to be able to pick one up with the off. Not going to want to fight that. It's almost certainly going to be another save coming in for Team Mug.
And once again, Lotus 8 just coming out here. Again, they started off this map fairly slow and default heavy. But sometimes when they're W players, they're just pretty good at that.
Yeah. Oh, it does actually look like Team Mug does want a piece of this. They're looking to fight. Choice is going to get one, going to teleport back up. Maybe they're just looking for exits now. Wavy. Oh, Wano not able to take him out. Now it's just one person left though. Quist, not a lot of util to work with. Has the op, not the gun you want in this situation. Gonna do his best. He's gonna find one. Gonna get swung by the other. Pulls out the pistol, but not in time. It's gonna be another round for Lotus 8.
That's a ton of damage that they were able to do on that one when it started off real quick for Lotus 8, but the Quist comes up big, picking up 3 frags for themselves and working together to take it down to only leaving one member left of Lotus 8. So chipping away at that economy, we've seen how in map 1, it felt like Lotus 8 were starting to mount a bit of a comeback, but you saw when Team Mug was able to chip away at Lotus 8's economy, they were able to finish off that first half with the lead, and they're, of course, looking to try that again.
Yeah, now Team Mug on the save, so Lotus 8 feeling pretty good about the past few rounds, I'm sure, but we'll see what Team Mug can do. You know, I keep saying it, but Thrifties have been the name of the game in this tournament so far as the Omen blind comes out. Issa's in such a good position. They're both on top. Will they expect 2 as the pushes come through and the anti-eco strats is here? Issa's dominated with this. A Sheriff finds one. Neon finds the second, and anti-eco strats is what I'm talking about. Is just Brocules left by himself. He does have a Vandal, but not a lot of hope to his name. Swass, he will find and take out Swass. He is going to go back for the alt orb.
Yeah, and the opportunity to bring 3 rifles into the next round is huge for the economy of Team Mug as well. It's important to note that Aizu didn't live last round. We didn't see the spike go off on our screen, but they weren't able to bring that operator in, which could have completely changed the start of that round when they were trying to get up to that high vantage point when they could have been holding an angle with the scope.
Yeah.
Huge there. Note, Spike's still not planted here in this one, so they're trying to see if Broscles can do anything. They're not able to find that out. Great defense coming in from Team Mug. We're tied in this one, 5-5.
Yeah, the classic Hilo. I want to say really well played. I think the difference of that round was just the Omen blind. We'd seen I believe it's Twist on the Omen before, blinding out A-main some rounds, but they hadn't gone the full Sky blind with Omen Flash and the enemy being there. And sure enough, they got the util, and Issa gets in a good position and just dominates them with the Sheriff. We've seen him in that position, but you know, with the extra util, it just becomes so much easier. They win the anti-eco, they get themselves back, their guns back, and now it's L8. They'll be able to buy this round, sort of, but if they will lose this round, we're looking at a 7-5 half.
That's just quickly proving why Issa is a... Whoa. Let's talk about Swass for a second. As we're going to talk about Issa, but Swass able to pick up the first frag, sprays and finds a second.
Down, C.
Ricky's able to pick up one target in Wavy in the meantime, but Swa stepping up huge to begin this round.
Swas needs to give lessons on how he has this confidence to make plays like that. Not always paying off though, as he does get sprayed through the smoke now. Nearly a 3 versus 3 retake for Mug. Lotus 8 were able to pick up those remaining Vandals they were missing, so could be guns all around here. Utility as well, it'll be explosive round here on this retake. Lion comes out to this.
And every time I feel like Team Mug or Lotus 8 figure something out, it just gets answered back right away as Ricky continues to answer. As Ricky's continue to pop up for one more, but gets denied by Quiz. Void will finish off that last frag. Lotus 8 pick up a big round win.
Ooh, Ricky's got 2, but then it's Void coming in with the 3rd to make sure. Okay. Then it was Void coming in with the end, making sure to get it. We got some fans heating up here, cheering against each other. L8 fans versus Mug. Who can be louder? Who can support their team more?
I love it. The fact, like, it's one thing when the players are yelling at each other over the screen, when the fans are starting to yell at each other. That's fun stuff. That's fun stuff. Great stuff coming out here at Comic-Con. Again, so we end up this last round of this half. See if Team Mug could tie this one back up.
Wow, they snake bit on top because Issa and Twist were so prevalent at playing up there. Just shows how much respect they're giving him, how much they're trying to force him off the angle.
Yeah, and this is not the best buy for Team Mug for the last round and a half either. We're going to be looking at Swas a lot as the tour de force is out in full, and that might be what Team Mug needs to sort of kickstart this round. Maybe get a rifle onto their side so that they can drop one of the SMGs.
Yeah, it's the one thing this match hasn't seen is like an Opera making a giant difference in a round so far. Obviously you've seen a few rounds here and there, but it's like a lot of times, there's the big op difference, but that just hasn't been the case all weekend long, with the exception of like yesterday, maybe. But other than that,
He hit comes out. Oh, the Showstopper is gonna miss on the Killjoy ultimate, unfortunately. Lotus 8's gonna be able to get into sight as a result. Astral Divide is gonna come in as well. Issa's gonna do his best, but he's gonna get detained trying to get a pick. And now it's Ricky with the Viper's Nest on site as well, covered with the Astral Divide. Team Mug are on an eco, so this Viper ult might not be as effective as it otherwise would be. They do have some close range guns, but still, 5 versus 4 through a Viper ult is gonna be so difficult for Team Mug.
I sometimes love like final rounds of the half where everyone's like, well, we have a bunch of ultimates, so I'll just use them. It's always like the most chaotic thing, and like whenever you're trying to show someone this game, they're like, yeah, there's a bunch of colors on the screen, and Swat's trying to get in there, but they all end up getting taken down in a bloody affair, leads Lotus 8 taking a 7-5 advantage at the half.
Well, that's what you needed on Lotus on your own map pick. It was looking a little bit risky there for a bit, but L8 refocuses, gets their discipline back, and are able to win the half, so to say, at 7-5.
Yeah, definitely had the advantage going into that final round. A little bit of a misplay on the side of Team Mug. As you said, the Showstopper missed destroying Killjoy's ultimate, detaining 2 of the members of Team Mug, and then already down on the weapons at that point, it just really wasn't going their way. Good on Lotus 8 to come out on top of the half. Now we get to see how they do on the other side of their choice, and what we expect is their best map of the day. Yeah,
and what always interests me is when you have a team going on attack on a map they're potentially not comfortable with, because at least on defense you can kind of just be like, these are your corners, you just kind of like play Valorant. Yeah. Whereas sometimes when you're on attack, it's just like it'll be very interesting to see how comfortable Team Mug is with different attack strategies on this one, and if Lotus 8 can defend those.
Yep. We'll see, as it does look like a little bit of pay pressure early from Team Mug, not too unusual. A main, a very important place on this map that we've seen both teams fight over for control of several times now. The Team Mug looks happy just to take it and, you know, back up a little bit, not necessarily commit just yet, and see where the round takes them.
They're looking for an angle of attack here. They come up towards this site. Plenty of utility being used early on, and potentially Team Mug right now just trying to wait that out so they can put together and execute against a team that maybe has already used their utility to slow them down. So tons of patience put through from Team Mug. And again, sometimes, yeah, if you're not comfortable with the map, sometimes you just default and you just go out there and see what happens. But here we go. Here's the aggressive play coming in now. Issa's going to pick up the first frag of this pistol round.
Yeah, Issa just runs in and shoots him in the head. That's definitely a strategy to use. Now it's Wavy going for the 1v1 Viper diff against Ricky. He's going to find it. 5 versus 3 now for Team Mug. Issa as well in such a good position, causing so much pressure just by being there. Team Mug as well. Yeah. They were looking to go on to C-Site for free, but Brosicles is there with the good and healthy lurk. Does look like it is going to be a C rotate for both teams. Both heading on to site, but Swass is going to put
10 seconds
Brosicles
left.
down. Stop any hope of that Killjoy doing more. Oh, Satchel's there. But he's going to try to pressure him. Not a lot of time.
That was close. I think they needed that.
Yeah, it was. There's a universe where he doesn't get shot and he's able to get the kill and wins the round for his team. You know, maybe that universe isn't against people that have as good aim as Team Mug, but it was still a good attempt. Team Mug's gonna take the second pistol round for the game and go up or go down by just one round.
Yeah, that was a commanding pistol win. I wanted to point out Swass on Chamber there because buying Headhunter rounds in pistol is throwing away either a light armor or it's throwing away your trademark.
Right.
And you have to, and even still, you only have enough for I think 4 shots. You have to be very selective if you do spend all of your credits on that. And he got 2 frags out of it, so making the most.
I mean, you only need 1 bullet per person on the other opposing team, so you just take out 4.
Yeah, exactly.
Easy.
Yeah,
Math.
just headshot 5 of them.
Yeah, just head for all 5 of them.
I don't.
Get 1 collat too, so you don't need all your bullets.
Actually, just use 1 bullet to hit all 5.
Yeah, that's the easiest way. Swass using a bunch of bullets to get at least 1 target to get this one started. But nice little drag to get this one going as we make some jokes over here. Ricky looking to trade it back, but Ricky's taking a decent amount of damage here. Here's Swass now, finishing off Ricky.
Here's Swass donating a small fortune into Ricky. He is able to take him out though. Just has the Deagle Bolt, or excuse me, the Pocket Guardian, as well as the Ghost. So not a lot of firepower he's working with, but ends up making count. Gets the pick for the team. Plant's gonna come down to a 3 versus 5 retake from Lotus now.
Yeah, see how Lotus 8 approach this retake here. And they're saving up here in this one. Wavy's gonna be able to pick up 1. Chris on the other side also grabbed another. That's just gonna leave Volano all by themselves with a classic and not a whole lot of
One man with a classic and a dream, and that dream turning into more of a nightmare as he gets immediately swung, taken out. Good force up by Team Mug. Now Lotus B will be on the rifles. Team Mug did a good job. Not almost no one dying. I believe 1 person death, so they should be able to keep all their guns from the force up. So we'll have to see here. We have seen Team Mug more than any other team win so many of these third rounds. So can't sleep on them. Lotus 8 does have the advantage, but they'll know better than anyone that that Team Mug is not a team that you can take a round or take a break for 1 round against.
Definitely. And Lotus 8 here, again, looking to do what they haven't been able to do so far and get a little bit more of an advantage. Team Mug has come into play today. Doesn't matter what map pick going on here, they make great adjustments. We've seen that all weekend long. They're able to get into each match.
Watching this location.
Mug is just looking to fight on this A site, already taking so much space. Saw Lotus did a lot of default. Mug's none of that. They've got the short-range guns on the short-range site, and they've taken 3 down already. 4 versus 3 now. They are gonna go for the plant. He does know that the fate is there. Oh, Aizu. They all know he's there. Aizu's gonna do his best, but not enough. Now it's just Bronicles in a 1 versus 4 situation. He does have the Vandal, but at this point, so does all of Team Mug. The Headhunter again. Swass again, yeah. The most eco-efficient gun, just 1 tap, 1 kill, 250 gold. I'll make 50 gold back off that $300 I get for the kill. And it's another good round by Mug. Winning the 3rd round. They're so good at this force-up round.
Very commanding from Team Mug. We mentioned how we didn't know how they were going to perform on attack. We don't know how experienced they are on Lotus, but they are living up to the task right now. These have been more commanding round wins than I think I saw in the entire first half from them. For how many 4 members left alive. They had flawless on their force in the bonus. So yeah, they're really rolling towards a good advantage here.
And a lot of it is Swass stepping up as kind of that X factor. One of my favorite things that sometimes happens when I'm covering esports, like, we take notes, we talk about players to watch, and we didn't even talk about Swass before the start of the show. And right now we're seeing Swass put together some brilliant plays in this one that's really helping their team get right back into this map and potentially give their team an opportunity to go up 2-0 in a best of 5. That feels like a really big hole if they're able to get that in there.
Oh, absolutely. Swaz is one of those players. We've seen him so consistent and well on these like high confidence aim champions. You know, these chambers, arenas, like chamber and arena, like it can require a huge amount of confidence playing the grand final on LAN. Those are characters where if you're not getting kills, you're like it's a 6v4. You're actually helping the enemy team by feeding them ultimates. Like you have next to no util, so good confidence now. Team Mug. Mug now will have the rifles to the pistols of Lotus 8 after losing that force. We'll see what Lotus 8 can do here, but Team Mug looking really good on the offense this side.
It certainly impressed me, and right now it's maybe even surprised Lotus 8 coming into this one. Right now, Lotus 8 need to find a way to defend this one nicely, and again, maybe we pull up the script and this is where we try to call out Ricky again, and then Ricky starts playing really good. Who knows? Maybe.
Oh,
see what happens here. Ricky.
Oh, he tried to dodge both the dogs, but unfortunately, so smart by Killjoy by putting the alarm bot in there. He's able to get one anyway.
It's like a reverse caster curse when it comes to Ricky.
Yeah.
You talk about him, he does some great things. Nice first blood coming in this round.
He hears us and he just powers up. And Swaz gets another kill in B main, stopping the flank there. 4 versus 4 now. Team Mug still have the gun advantage. Lotus picked up a gun. Swaz got 2, 3 on the round. So good at holding this flank down for his team. Now Swaz now maybe looking for the ace. Is he going to be able to find it? And suddenly, 2 versus 1. Ricky can absolutely do this.
Ricky's low on HP though. It's a tall task for them to 1v2, but maybe they gotta do it now because again, they're starting to slip away on these rounds and Team Mug's starting to get an advantage, but they're gonna get this plant down. We'll see what Ricky ends up deciding on if they decide to go for a save or not, because I don't think he has a whole lot of information on where they're going to be in their post plant.
Oh, I don't think Ricky's going to save this. Ricky's got it in his head that he's going to win this round, and there's going to be nothing that's going to stop him. 2 versus 1 now. He's at half HP. It's going to be so difficult. He's got a lot of space to take as well, but he seems to believe in himself. Both players for Team Mug playing in main or playing in free, going to do their best to play post plant.
This is kind of the moment that heroes are made. This is the moment where potentially you remember the whole tournament based on what happens here.
And he do it high-low, isn't gonna be able to take it out. So difficult. Need a miracle, and a miracle is not this round. It's gonna be Team Mug winning on their save round. Not as clean as they would like, but still, round win is a round win.
Yeah, I wonder if Lotus 8, I'm not sure what their economy is at the moment, but I think there should be a save coming up this round for them after it's been so this half has been so much in Mug's favor, and Ricky, you know, as we hyped him up, and I think has been struggling to kind of show up a little bit in this map specifically, or in the first 2 maps of the match.
I mean, it's still top bragging.
Yeah, never mind. I don't know what I'm saying. He does have the operator in his hands now, though.
That was a caster curse.
That's my own fault, everyone.
I apologize from the bottom of my heart.
I mean, maybe it was just lore accurate. Viper with an op or Chamber with an op. Chamber wins that in the lore, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Ricky stood no chance here, as Chronicle's going to do his best to get one. He has his KJ set up. Going to be very hard for the enemy to push it. Ooh, taking an aggressive off angle here. No, just going to spam the smoke. Team Mug's going to decide better, but going to open the door, make some noise like they're backing out, and just see where the rest of the round calls them.
And despite the early pick, Brosko's able to answer that one back, leading us to this 4v4, and able to slow down with a potential push and a potential execute over onto his site. Let's see if they can continue to do that now. Here's Milano on Brosko's wave. He's going to finish off another one. Milano gets flashed. Still looking for a target here. He's backing up here. Has Aizu with them.
I'll find you.
This 2v2 here is going to decide the round most likely. Wavy, or Void's gonna be able to take one down now. 3 versus 2. They didn't commit quite to the waterfall just yet. They're still now waterfall 2 on slate for Team Mug.
3v3 action on a big retake here. That feels like a must. There's a big trade. Aizu's gonna get up a couple of them though. It's now gonna leave only 1 member left here at Team Mug. That's Swaz, who's been so clutch throughout so much of this so far.
Diffusing still. He's gonna get it. Pros don't fake, especially on Lotus. That's gonna be Lotus taking a much needed round back.
Absolutely huge there in that one again. It wasn't like a perfect buy, but for them to pull that one off, it's huge. They lost Ricky right at the beginning of the map and never back down, never what?
Whoever made that sign is incredible. That's an amazing idea.
It was Ryland.
Ryland made that sign already. Just saying. But No, yeah, but it's absolutely huge in a very clutch moment. They required to get that going because it did feel like, you know, sometimes you just get that feeling like this is the round.
Yeah.
Important. It felt like potentially it was that one.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think you're definitely right. If Lotus would have lost that, if they would have been forced back onto the save, it would have been 10-7 and then 11-7 after the save, most likely. So big round for Lotus 8 to win. Definitely keeps them in the game without having to stress too much. We'll have to see if they're able to continue it towards this round. Because if they're able to win this round, that should force Team Mug back on the save.
Well, Mug had the option to definitely save this round. There's a few light armors on their side. They're going for a bit of a hero force here to give them that extra advantage that they can start rolling towards a potential match point.
Gonna throw that showstopper. Not gonna find anything, but you know, you only got so long to cast. They better just throw it into sight than not cast at all. They took the space they wanted to take. Now, still Team Mug happy to play kind of slowly with it. They have the off. The bomb's gonna come down. They just snuck in through a main and B main. It's gonna be a 5 versus 5 retake for Lotus B, but it's through the Viper ult. Only way to get her out of there is through a bunch of util. KJ ult's gonna come down, and we're gonna get one hectic round in a few seconds.
They're definitely looking to put established, so getting the double digits would be huge. Just a couple frags coming through for Team Mug. It gets traded back as Boyd is able to pick up one more. Here's Issa finding the target. Swass is gonna grab another one. Here's Roasticles trying to do what they can to keep this round alive for them. They cannot get it done as Nayar picks up the last frag. 10-8 lead here for Team Mug.
Oh, and we saw Issa there go for the knife despite being in a close game. It was 3 versus 1, so you had the ability to, but even still, the confidence, the playfulness, Issa and Mike still evidently feel like they are going to win this game despite the close scoreboard.
Yeah, as we were saying, that was a bit of a hero force from Team Mug, and knowing that they had the Viper Ball in their arsenal, it makes a lot of sense. We saw it the same last game when when it was Lotus that Viper ulted the pit when they only had pistols, and that worked out in their favor. A bit less of a gamble for Team Mug, but that puts them in a really good position for this round and potentially forcing a match point to put them in a 2-0.
Issa with a frenzy in round 18-19 is able to get the kill. He's going to be back out as well. Really well played.
They are picking up another frag here. Fast round, maybe the fastest round so far on this map. Only 2 members left of Lotus 8.
Yeah.
They're trying to figure out a way to defend this one, but Team Mug are rotating over.
Yeah, it looks like Team Mug knew the location. Lotus 8 rather will be expecting the rotation now. They're already on their way. Pretty standard 3-site stuff. Haven or Lotus hit A, run C. Able to get the bomb now. 4 versus 2. Lotus 8 does have 1 Vandal available, so definitely possible. If you're able to squeak out this win from Lotus 8, it'll be absolutely massive in the next upcoming rounds.
They're looking for something special to do in this round here as Lotus 8. See what they're able to pull off. Bomb buddy out. They are see that. Tap on the defuse. Big shot coming from Void. Taking down Nayar.
Oh, but Swass has the lurk, and yeah, they weren't expecting the wraparound with the off. No chance there. Well played, and 11-9 now. This is do or die again for Lotus. They have to win this round or they're going to be forced back onto the save. It coming up big now or coming up never.
Yeah, this is going to be Lotus 8's buy. And if they can't follow up on this round, they're on match point on a very broken economy. If Team Mug wins this, they're heavily favored for the 2-0 lead. But again, anything can happen. But again, this is going to be the round where Lotus 8 needs to come out on top if they want a chance of forcing an overtime or the map win.
Yeah. You know, earlier I said some rounds feel really important. This is now the new round that feels very, very important. That one, the last one felt like to give Lotus 8 a chance. This one feels like to make it that Team Mug might win this thing. Yeah. Maybe the whole tournament based on this round.
Yeah, no, I think that shows so much to how in command Team Mug has been though. You know, like the fact that we have to say, oh, this round is so important for Lotus, or they're gonna be in a tough spot. We have to keep saying that round after round. Just shows how effective Mug are at keeping Lotus on the back foot, recoiling and not able to really get anything going on this defensive side.
And usually in these kind of rounds is when like that clutch player comes through. In the past, maybe it's been Nayar, maybe it's been Ricky. Both of these teams have clutch players on them. and someone's gonna have to step up and get something done here. We're still sitting at 47 seconds left in this
Poison's
round,
off.
and no one's
I've got your
really
trail.
pushed anywhere. But can Ricky close one down? They're gonna start it up with the Viper's Pit.
It's very far back, doesn't cover a lot of sight, and instantly the rotation is to 3B.
Obscuring
Volano
vision.
gonna have to come up huge by himself, gonna try to hold 5, do what he can, but it's Void on the other
30
side of the map,
seconds.
getting 2 now. 4 versus 3 for Lotus 8. This is what they want. If it couldn't get the 1v1, 2v2 traded it out.
Huge round for Lotus 8. They have a 4-2 advantage now. They're gonna get this plant down, but tons of people available for the retake.
Swas does have the op in the good position, but didn't see the Astral Divide, so it's just Wavy. Gonna have to come up huge. Wavy gets one. Showstopper comes out and shuts him down. Now it's just Swas left in the 3v1. Headhunter op available, but gets the wrong timing on the op, and Lotus 8 is gonna clutch up and win the round.
Yeah, not only was that an important round, obviously for Lotus 8 to win, otherwise they're on a broken by a match point, but bringing as many rifles into the next round is another big key point. If there was only 1 or even 2 of them surviving, they still might not have been able to full buy with armor and full utilities for round for the next round.
Right.
We'll see what they can pull out now.
And this is an absolutely huge moment. We see it time and time again. If you count out Lotus 8, they're ready for the next one. And they don't quite have the perfect buy. We're seeing a judge in there. I think Volano deciding on a rifle. There you go. But still not a completely perfect buy. But they got to do it. It just has to get done.
Yeah, it's got to get done every single round for Lotus 8 and just get it done no matter what. It'll be difficult, but you have to find a way against this Team Mug that is so proficient at what they can do.
They're looking to step up onto this one now. It's been a lot of the kind of like fun times going on throughout so much of this match, but you can tell the players right now, this is the clutch time. This is the time to really focus up and prove why you feel like you're one of the best teams in Canada at this game.
This 1v1 right here, Swas versus Ricky.
Rare miss from Ricky.
If Swas is able to get this pick, a huge for his team, will force him off. Gets the jump peek, does get legged, but now Swas forced the shot out. Ricky doesn't seem to know. Ricky, and it's Swas!
Coming up. Go ahead.
Love players like Swas. Not only is he playing chamber, not only does he have the aim, but he's so smart. Gets the jump peek, knows he can take the leg, knows he can take the damage because he just needs the one shot, needs the one opportunity to sneak into sight, and sure enough, Swas is going to be able to get it.
Planted.
Once again, we're talking about clutch factor, and really no one in this match has been more clutch than Swas so far.
Absolutely.
And they're bringing it huge for Team Mug.
Now, 3 versus 3. Team Mug gets one, Wavy gets one, gets traded back. Now it's just 1v1, or just one person left. It's Issa, has the showstopper though.
Fires it. Not able to get that. Going for another nade here, though. Still 1v1 action. Isa versus Izu, rather. Oh, and finds the shot in a moment they had to cut it big. Izu gets it done.
1 HP in a dream. Izu clutches it. Oh, that was so close. A Rosa ult by Issa is gonna throw the round, unfortunately. Should have been a free round, but it looked like Issa just not able to get his mental under control. We saw how quick he was panicking there. Isn't able to get it. L8, as a result, keeping themselves in the game. They're at the eco advantage now as well, I believe. Or will be after one more round. 11-10, anyone's game. It's so precarious at this point. The ecos are not there to support continual losses from either side.
Yeah, we need to see, I mean, Swash just having so many impact frags in these rounds, not enough to skyrocket his team to match point. What can he do with another operator in hand? Issa's starting off strong though, looking for a low redemption.
Much better with the Phantom than he is with the ultimate by the looks of it. He's able to get one, open the round for the team.
And here we are. Wasp now. The op looking oversight. Early pick once again from Team Mug. Gives them their numbers advantage. Ricky trying to hold it down.
Toxins going up.
Gonna do what he can. Ricky has the Odin, but it's into the op on Swas. The 1v1 again. This time Ricky comes in. Oh, and it does look like Swas, unfortunately, did hit him with the op, but through the side of the wall. Wasn't the most precise flick, and just that little bit of difference is gonna make is going to make the difference for Ricky in this round. As the plant does go down onto B from Mug, they're taking out people across the map. 3 versus 4 for the retake. Ricky now with the Odin going to do his best spray down.
Oh, Chris coming up, dude! Big 3K from Chris is going to put this one to map point!
Oh my goodness, how can you stop Quiz? I feel like I haven't said Quiz in like 6 rounds, and suddenly shows up, wins his team the round, puts them onto match point, puts them in position to send them into game 3 with a 2-0 advantage, coming up huge for his team.
Yeah, absolutely critical from Chris to pick that up. Showing, again, we talked about the depth of Mug yesterday, and Stefano and I didn't see it before at the previous events. There's so many players on that team that we know they can have their moments, and Chris is just one of those.
And here we look at the buy from Lotus 8. We see not ideal. There's 1 Vandal, 2 Stingers, and 1 Judge. Hardly what you want to see on match point. And Team Mug absolutely knows this. They're going to be playing long angles. They see the eco. They're such a smart team. We're going to have to see how they're able to respond to it, how they make sure not to throw this round, which otherwise they should have a far advantage in.
And one of the huge things that is about just the CECS in general is that there's so many players we could be talking about the whole time. We don't have an hour-long pre-show to talk about all the different players that can step up. And we see Quiz being the latest one to do it now. But here we go. Ricky with the Judge in a dream, but it gets shut down by Wavy.
Oh, Ricky doing what he can, but not enough, as Team Mug is now going to flood onto C-Site. It's a 4-person retake to try and win the game, but that's exactly what they need. An untradeable kill from Hercules. 4 versus 4. Now, Viper's Pit comes down. It's going to be so hard for Lotus B, but it's do or die. They have the Stingers. They have the close-range guns. This is absolutely doable.
L8 gotta get this done here. They don't want to go down 2-0, but Issa saying, I want you to go down. They're taking the rest of them out. Wavy comes in clutch too, so it's only gonna leave Milano. Milano, you gotta do it. They're trying to knife him. He's trying to deal with everyone. Oh no, not like this. Milano trying to make a clutch play. Come out here now. Here we go to another one. Team Mug
in the Viper Pit. Now Wavy. Wavy's gonna secure it for his team. That's gonna be Mug with a little bit of endgame antics, but still able to take the lead, take the game, and bring the series to match point 2-0 for Mug.